संजू बाबा
एक साथ में एक फोटो कर लीजिए।
सब पीछे कैमरा पीछे लेना यार।
अरे बाबा आप भी आओ। भाई इधर देखो।
कैमरा पीछे ना दूरी से। हां बस दूरी बस मेरा।
थैंक यू आप इन लोगों
बाबा सुनो बाबा सुनो बाबा सुनो
आइए।
बाबा सामने बाबा यहाँ पे देखिए
सामने
बाबा
सोलो
बाबा एक सोलो आपका बाबा सोलो एक सोलो
संजय सर यहाँ पर
बाबा सामने देखो सेंटर में है।
सामने सामने
बाबा सामने देखो सामने।
बाबा
कैमरा पीछे नहीं है।
मोबाइल पीछे।
ठाकुर मोबाइल पीछे ले। मोबाइल लेना पीछे। संभाल तू तो पीछे आ जा यार।
अरे वो देख
अरे वो यहाँ क्यों जिसका इवेंट हो तो वही पेपर में जाएगी।
ए दोस्त ए नीचे बैठना
भाई
नीचे बैठना
भाई थोड़ा पीछे चलो। ये खड़े हो थोड़ा
भाई हाथ पीछे लो ना। वॉशरूम जाने जानते हैं। अरे ये लोग आगे मत जाओ यहीं पे रहो। बस चलिए कोई बात नहीं। अरे उसको ही काम करने दो।
करना
आगे आ जा। कोई दूसरा आ जाए उससे तू आ जाना। कहाँ जा रहे हो? आगे थोड़ा सा
रुक
बाबा एक फोटो करना। बस एक
सामने
यहाँ पर हाथ पीछे रखो। सब लोग पीछे आ जाए अपने थैंक यू।
would like to call upon Professor. Only one brilliance can grace the other brilliance. Thank you, ma'am, for sparing your time and for all the beautiful talent that you shared with us today. Thank you. आ जाओ। We can just put, yeah, we can just put it. Pam, could you please come this time? Sir. My side, an Indian store. Please have a seat. Thank you, sir, for gracing us. I'll need one more chair. Oh, you've given him a lone chair there. No, no, sir. There are so many folks coming right after you. Oh. Oh, I have the mic, sorry. So I just wanted to take a moment to thank you with folded hands for gracing us today, and with my bowed head to really express my gratitude for you to have come here and to raise the cause of cancer and cancer awareness. To come here in solidarity for this cause is one of the biggest help you would have given to the cancer community. And really, to have made time for this, I just do not have words to express.
No, I don't agree with you, Sevanti. I think my achievements dwarf in front of these amazing people on stage. My achievements are nothing as compared to what they have done for humanity, for people. It's a great opportunity for me to be sharing. You have honored me by asking me to be sharing the stage with them. We get known, we get followed by the paparazzi because of our profession, but I think the kind of work each one of them have done in the last so many years, it's something so amazing, and I'm very, I can't believe that I'm actually sitting next to these four people over here, four distinguished people over here. Thank you so much for making it possible for me.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Truly grateful.
सवाल ही पता नहीं। अरे
छोड़ दीजिए।
Oh. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, and to many more, innumerable movies. And very recently, Vicky Balboa, a movie that I watched on my way to the US. I was going for a meeting or something. And I remember having come back and made mum, who's no longer with us now, and my father, I think that was one of the last movies she watched. And I know the answer of why I have sought you as a person, as a leader, because of your optimism. Sheer optimism. And there was one time when I'd reached out to you after reading your book and I'd said, sir, you should write a book on cancer patients and cancer patients' journey. And you said, no, you have to write that. And I've totally fallen short in doing that. And we have a thinker and a writer right here who may write one for us. But I remembered that it was what you had written in your book and how you have conducted your life with optimism and the number of lives you've touched with your work. In that journey, I remember saying, silver lining to cancer care, and reaching out to you to spend some time in understanding that, because I feel you have sought the silver lining in life. My field of work, my body of work in precision oncology is exactly that. We look for the silver lining, which may be the biomarker, which may be the tumor microenvironment, which may be the body's immune system that will rise to fight the disease. And sir, today I feel we have come a full circle by having you here with us to commemorate the sheer resilience and optimism of a cancer patient. We have many in this crowd. This event is open to doctors, to dignitaries, and to patients, patient advocates. And this is a mixed crowd. So we celebrate optimism, we celebrate the silver lining that is existent in cancer care. It comes full circle because of presence of two stalwarts in immunotherapy, Professor Jim Allison and Professor Padmani Sharma, who chose to seek the silver lining and made it a reality for 20% and then now 40% of cancer patients who were never to live forever because of their work, because of their body of work. You share that optimism.
So I personally believe that the only way to live life is to live with optimism. That's the only way to live life. I come from a small town, now it's no more a small town, Shimla. I was born in a very poor family. And we were a family of 14 people in a one-bedroom, not even a hall, one bedroom, and there was a veranda. My father was the only earning member of these 14 members in a family. My uncles, aunts, children, cousin brothers. And these days we have various variations of classification. We say economically deprived, lower middle class, upper lower middle class. At that time it was poor and rich. So we came from a poor family. But I noticed that we were very happy. So one day I asked my grandfather, I said, Dadaji, we are so poor, why are we so happy? And he gave an amazing answer. He said, when you are very poor, the cheapest luxury available is happiness. So that answer changed the outlook of my life. So I got rid of my fear of being poor. And my father was a very ordinary man, but an extraordinary father. His lessons unknowingly to me he took away the fear of failure out of my life. He used to say that failure is an event, never a person. Event fails, a person never fails.
Wow.
And he did it so subtly. I was very bad at studies. That's why I'm petrified of being with this crowd, with this amazing people. I never got more than 38% marks in my life. And I'm with Nobel laureate over here, amazing doctors. This is called anything is possible. This is my optimism that has brought me to this stage. Sevanti,
Ji.
it's because of my optimism. I kept repeating to myself coming in the car, am I being felicitated or facilitated? Is it felicitated or is it facilitated? Is it oncology or oncology? Is it Nobel laureate? Because I went to a Hindi medium school. I went to a school where ABCD was taught in 5th standard. I was a disaster. I was a disaster in sports also. One day my PT teacher saw me running. He said, even if you run alone, you will come second. So that boy with 38% marks is today sitting here in this. Look at this. Not only my doctor, Ash Tiwari is here. My other friends are here. Sanju is there. Sanju is the biggest optimist. His story is so amazing. So we are a crowd of optimist people over here. It's the most amazing, I read a lot of these quotations that says, nothing is all wrong. Even a clock that has stopped running is correct twice a day. एक घड़ी जो बंद हो गई है वो भी 2 बार तो सही होती है. और pessimistic people are, I find them very, very
Harsh.
My expression is better than my language. No, I think pessimism gives you a sense of false importance. I have never used 2 words in the last 34 years consciously. Bore and mood. I'm not in a mood or I'm bored. I've never said that. Because I'm in my own company. I'm the biggest, most amazing company I have for myself. And you make yourself more and more this thing. But the fact is, I have not let go of that small town boy, the sense of amazement. Means, you said so many wonderful things about me. But the boy in me, that small town boy is actually thinking, Dr. Saab is here. Dr. Saab is there. Dr. Saab is here. Professor is here. Dr. Saab. You yourself are such an achiever. I'm nothing. And I'm not being modest. I'm Padma Shri, I'm a Padma Bhushan. I am 540 films done. I have done amazing films. My film, Silver Linings Playbook, again. But I think this still gives me goosebumps. So I'll take a picture right now before you. You said first you will felicitate me or felicitate me. Then you will make me speak. I'm thinking, is she going to felicitate me or she's not going to felicitate me? I am thinking of putting my picture with Professor tomorrow, and she's not taken a picture of mine. In my mind, that is going on.
Sir,
No,
you
first
picked
let
up
me
the
please
chair
felicitate
for
me first. Please felicitate me first. Please. मैं कुर्सी भी उठा के लाया आपके लिए.
Oh, so sweet. So I am requesting Professor Jim Allison. Wow. Amazing.
I looked at my life always as my biography. This is my biography. My next chapter is going to be this picture. Yeah. Thank you. So optimism has brought me till here. Please sit, please sit. So, formality, there's a sense of, yet there is some amazing singing, yet there are people who are like family, yet there who are survivors. You were talking about the resilience. I got 2 contrasting news on the same day. When I got my first Padma Shri award, which is the 4th highest civilian award given to people. I was shooting in London. At 8 o'clock in the morning, I got a call from Ministry of Home Affairs that, congratulations, you have been given the Padma Shri. And I was so thrilled. I remember I was shooting in a small village in England. And about 12 o'clock, my brother called me up. And he had some problem. He had gone for some checkups. And he said, it's malignant. So I said, oh, so this news of my getting this award also did not remain for four hours. And then I became stiff and my back did not straighten up with shock because I'm very close to my brother. And today I'm going to share something very, an actor's, I do a play called Kuch Bhi Ho Sakta Hai, which you came to see.
I've seen, yes.
And in the interval point, at the interval, it's a one-man show. It's about my life. It's about my failures. I always say I'm a success story of my failures. So in the interval point, I have to cry. So first few shows, first about 25, 26 shows I did, I cried because of the script. Then it did not work. Then I said, if something happens to my father, then you have an emotional memory. You have a connect, and because of that, you cry. And then I started saying, just before the interval point, if my brother got cancer, so I used to get tears in my eyes. And I felt so guilty when my brother actually called me up and said that the tumor that he has in his urinary bladder is malignant. And it took me a lot of time. But what resilience is that when I came to Mumbai to get so he was going on a stretcher for his operation, and he looked at me and he said,
Ah.
I will never forget that. That gesture that he said, don't worry, I'll be back. And today I must say that it's been 14, 15 years, 19 years in fact, and he's a cancer survivor.
Amazing.
And then my wife, when she was detected with the cancer and you were there, I must say the kind of stress that doctors deal, and yet are the bravest people. I always compare them with the soldiers on the front,
Yes, sir.
because they do not wait for the ammunition to come to them. They have to deal with it. So I think we are honored and we are happy, and optimism. And my father used to say, happiness is a choice you have to make. You have to decide to be happy. So I always say that practice happiness for 3 months, and after that you will get used to it. So thankful to it. I came to the city with $50 on the 3rd of June 1981, $50, 37 rupees. And today, I'm sitting on this stage and talking about 40 years in being in cinema. Why should I not be optimistic?
Truly.
I think that all of you should be optimistic. It's a beautiful feeling. We get very easily burdened by our own importance. I do not carry the burden of Anupam Kher on my shoulders. I'm happy to be that small town boy. Thank you. Thank you for making me feel.
Amazing, sir. Amazing story. We are in your journey as a leader that the country, the government, people have recognized. But as a person, as I learned by getting to know you, I celebrate the optimism in you today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for gracing us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
मैं जाऊं? Okay. हाँ,
नीचे
अगर
बैठ
बाकी लोगों को भी आना ना, मैं तो
Please.
स्टेज को जाने का दिल ही नहीं कर रहा मेरा.
Please बैठिए. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Need one more chair now. I'd like to call upon actor I'd like to call upon our superstar, Mr. Paresh Ghelani. And I think now I'm going to stand on that side. Is that fine? Or should we? Please. Where is
You need one more.
Shubham? I want to So he is that person. He is the beloved of all of us out here. And you have earned it. I have had the honor, may no one ever have such an honor, but I've had the honor to serve you as your doctor. And when you had initially come to me, before you came to me, so many people called me and said so many things and how it was going to be very, very difficult to treat a superstar like yourself. And I have to say this to the world, that as a doctor, I have found you as one of the most disciplined and most respectful human being. A friend of a friend, a confidant, a mentor, you have come into that role. Biggest patient advocate that I have today in my life. Someone who probably calls me every single day or every other day for sure, for a patient, for a relative, for a friend, for a distant friend, for a distant friend who needs help with cancer. I am one call away. And that's who Sanju is. One of the biggest things about you, Sanju, is the fact that you went above and beyond your routine expectation to serve the cancer community. And you've done that relentlessly through your diagnosis, through your treatment, and now when you are in complete response. I think tonight is a perfect fit for someone who is an example as a patient for what is considered miraculous, who has had this tremendous response to treatment and remains in complete resolution of disease for the last over 2 years. This comes a full circle because we are also graced by the father of immunotherapy, Professor Jim Allison, who's won a Nobel Prize for this cause. He is the originator of this science with which you were treated, and you are the example of what it can do to someone. So yes, truly, Professor Allison and Dr. Sharma, we are grateful, ever grateful, for you to have brought this science into the world and for what we see today in Sanju and many, many, many thousands and hundreds of thousands of patients who have been responders to immunotherapy. We also celebrate here Mr. Sanjay Dutt's patient voice, advocacy, and openness. Openness to accept experimental therapeutics. We have crossed the timeline to get Professor Ezra Cohen on a call. He has been waiting in San Diego. Mr. Sanjay Dutt received a neoantigen vaccine that was developed by Professor Ezra Cohen and his scientific partner, Professor Schoenberger, with immunotherapy, pembrolizumab, as well as the neoantigen vaccine. Today, we have a success story. The facilitator of this was entirely Mr. Paresh Khilani. So we celebrate what the advanced immunotherapeutics brought about. But more than that, we celebrate the fact that you were open to considering a therapy that was still in experimental stages. When initially you had been named the UN champion of cancer cause, I would wonder how you would do justice. What would it be in your journey to do justice to this title that UN had bestowed on you? I think there are many explanations and justifications to that title that you were named. Today, you are the biggest patient advocate. You are the biggest champion of experimental therapeutics. You are the patient voice. And one thing I will never forget. My first interaction with you at the time of your treatment day, the first treatment day, I asked you, how would you want me to present to the media? Because they have been hounding me to get some information on you. I will say exactly what you want me to say, and if you don't want me to say anything, I will not. And you said, Sevanti ji, I want you to say everything as is. That was the biggest service to the cancer community. A voice like yourself, when stands up and respects the cause, it goes hundreds of thousands of miles. It travels to each patient's heart, and I don't know how many patients, how many hundreds, thousands of patients benefited with you disclosing the fact that you had advanced cancer, that you battled advanced cancer, that you offered treatment with, you accepted treatment with experimental therapy and cutting-edge treatment at the time, immunotherapy. Today, we celebrate life by welcoming you here today on stage. Thank you, Sanju, for coming here. I would like to ask you a couple of questions. Maybe, please. So my question to you, simple. You have been a poster child for immunotherapy in India, and you go to several meetings where you get asked about this. You have helped champion the cause and explain novel treatment options. How do you feel people take to the current cutting-edge treatment and somewhat experimental treatment that you received?
Firstly, good evening, everybody. Good evening to all the doctors. And I mean, it's an honor for me to be sitting here with such amazing people who've done so much for humanity. And I want to thank Sevanti ji for taking care of me during my time. And for me, she's Munna Bhai MBBS. She's a doctor with a heart, Jadoo ki Jhappi and all that, you know. But yes, I realized one thing is that it's not an easy thing to be told that you got stage 4 cancer, you know. And it was told to me, and cancer is like, you know, it's bad, but I mean, you got to take it in your stride, I think. And it hurt me for a couple of hours, but after that, I said, I'm going to fight this. And I did everything against what any doctor could tell me. I mean, I did the chemotherapy, and like Sevanti ji said, your hair will fall. I said, it won't. She said, a pipe in your lungs, it'll come out in 2 months. I said, 2 weeks. And whatever I said, it really happened. And I mean, I think it's more to do with your mind than medicine is very important, but your mind is also very, very important. I mean, in this journey, I've realized that, I mean, my second chemotherapy, I was in hospital and I told Sevanthi I said, Sevanthi can I go for my shoot? She said, what? I said, I got to go for my shoot. I was shooting with Karan here, Malhotra, Shamshera. And that was a part of the climax. And she said, no, you can't. I said, but I have to. I said, you can't say no to me, you know. So she said, you mean you'll do your chemotherapy? And I said, it's just nearby. I said, I'll go and finish my work. And I did that. It was difficult to be, I couldn't tell her that time. I mean, they had to harness me and hang me up and all that stuff.
6 hours he was hung upside down right after the chemotherapy in the shoot that he was doing for the movie.
Yeah. So I think the mind plays a very, very important role also. I mean, if you're positive and if you're a fighter and if you, I mean, I just say I don't have cancer. I never had cancer, you know, and that's the way I look at it. And also, my brother, my friend, my family, Paresh, who's sitting right here, I think you Americans have got this amazing sense of words. I called him up. I said, Parya, hey bro. I said, man, I got cancer. There was silence. I said, I got lung cancer, stage 4. Silence. I said, hello, Paresh. What are you talking about, man? I said, I got cancer, stage 4. Get your ass into the hospital right now. I said, okay, man. He said, just go and do it. So he actually played a very important role in getting me the vaccines. And, you know, that's cutting edge. And I had to go for it. He just said, you have to do it. And I did it, and it was a process. But after I came back, I told Sevanthi I said, like, why can't the same thing be done for the people in India?
Right.
You know, why can't the price come down? Why can't we do the same thing? Or even with immunotherapy, you know, not everybody can afford it. But we have to do something, and I think that's a very, very important thing is that we do something. I mean, I have a long history of cancer in my family. My mother was in the Sloan Kettering Memorial for over 2 years with pancreatic cancer, and there were some great doctors who worked on her. But that's why my father started Nargis Foundation, Cancer Foundation, because the poor couldn't afford to go to New York and be treated in Sloan Kettering, you know. So, I mean, he did a lot, and I think our family has done a lot for cancer, and we'll keep doing everything possible for cancer. And I want to really thank you all again. Thank you, sir. And thank you, Sevanthi ji. Thank you,
Sanju,
everybody.
thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Paresh, would you like to add something to?
Like I said, when he got the cancer, I mean, how he took it with stride. He shook him up a little bit, then he said, and then it came to a point when I looked at the reports, I go, this intervention needs to be immediately. You can't wait. And then my biggest scare was that would it spread anywhere? And brain was one of my biggest scare. We'll get to it, do whatever we need to do. We'll figure out what the next steps are, at least collectively. And then the conversation was everybody opts out, like, let's go to the best of the best in the world. Let's go to America. We usually default, which obviously for very reasons, the MD Anderson and Sloan's always comes up immediately, so maybe Mayo or whatever. Options were limited, and then the best thing came out, or he had meetings with you, and he came out, and I think I've seen it, and he felt it somewhere when he met you, this beautiful relationship of doctor-patient developed. And his faith and trust in yours, fully, he just submerged and he gave in. He said, you know what, I submission, and she will take care of me. And then we put a panel together eventually. But that relationship was so beautiful, the trust we had, and I still see it every day. I think it's very important. However you navigate it, because not every patient does a navigation in India, which I particularly think it's one of the areas we need to look at it. Patient navigation is very highly needed, how is he able to navigate? And then the cutting edge, obviously immunotherapy, sir, obviously you saved the world and you are saving, which is the most amazing things ever happened, right? And his first thing was, it's great that we have access to this, and then thank you for doing it, but I want to do, first thing he told Ezra, I want to take this to India as much as I can, be able to make it affordable to everybody as best I can. What can I do? To me, it was very touching to see this journey that he's developing. He's not only give up on not him, but he's also saying there's a whole slew of community that needs help. Maybe, can we do something? He always asks, can we do something to make it affordable and accessible? And that's our journey now. And that's exactly, and there are a couple of scientists and audience as well. We're working on something very affordable, hopefully CAR T-cell therapies. Hopefully we'll be able to, make it affordable and reachable to everybody, what work you have done, we just have to take it forward, make it accessible to all, and that's our journey, and because he's championed that, so seeing the journey started with you all, and now we want to take it forward.
Fantastic. Amazing. Thank you.
And I just want to say I'm not the best patient. I'm scared of needles, I'm really scared of needles, and you can ask her. And
That's the only thing we have to run around with. The rest, nothing. You show up on time, you accept the treatment. It's just the needle.
It's so funny, the tough man, the bad
I
boy of
know.
Bollywood.
7 people
you
have
put
to
a
tie him
needle
down
and he's
to
like
get
runs
the needle
away,
in.
and he has to give him a tranquilizer at times to get needles in them. That's how scared he is.
So truly grateful for you to have made time and recognizing the support of friend and family. I would like to make a mention of Mrs. Manyata Dutt. And my fault, I don't have them joined in. And of course, your pillar of support, Mrs. Priya Dutt. I was at the Nargis Dutt Foundation event the other day and added my voice to the very loud voice of Mrs. Priya Dutt in patient advocacy and cancer support. And so your entire family is committed to the cause. You yourself are championing the cause now. And really grateful to you, Sanju, to have come back today from being outside of India, preponed your trip to join this event. Ever grateful, truly.
But I can say one thing, that I've been a doctor to you also. Can I tell them about what happened?
No. Sanju, you can't be saying that here. I would like to request, sir, to felicitate Mr. Sanjay Dutt. I'm not sure of the size, Sanju.
Yeah, he's a big guy. I don't know.
He's a huge guy. We tried to get the bigger size.
There you go. There you
Yay! And this is for Parya. Please, sir, would you please do the honors?
Thanks, Rutu.
We need one more jacket. Other jacket. Other jacket. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, Ayan. To join us in solidarity for the cause. Thank you, Ayan, for making time. And sir, I would like you to just offer this to Ayan.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Yay! Watch your step. Okay, now the picture is complete.
Yes. We want copies.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. So we will now move to a segment where we will be talking to our guests out here. And I don't want to impose on your time, but you're most welcome to stay, Sanju and Parya. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I have to ask them for the pictures. I'm hoping some people in the team are also taking some pictures. So now we'll quickly move over to who's a young star who's going to be gracing us. He's waiting. He was supposed to perform.
भाई पीछे कांच सुनते नहीं है, यही तो बात है।